It is time to see if those efforts have borne fruit. Go forth and search the land for rumors of a moth priest within our borders. Look to the cities. Speak to innkeepers, carriage drivers, anyone who would meet a traveler. Go now and carry out this task. This is my command. It will be done, my lord.
Any idea how you're going to find a moth priest? Skyrim's a pretty big place. Well, back before you know. The College of Winterhold was the first place I'd think to go to for any kind of magic or historical thing. The wizards know about all kinds of things that people probably shouldn't know about. Actually, now that I think of it, I'm going to come along with you. I've been really wanting to get out and explore a bit. By the Divines, I just realized I've been casting the usual Drain Life and Ice Spike spells so much. You must think my exceptionalism in Magicka is, well, laughable. Well, I'll prove that I did learn more than 3 spells in the last 1,000 years. The essentials like Candlelight, Oak Flesh, some conjuration spells like Flame Atronach, and even some healing spells. If I haven't been casting them now, I'll cast them more. That sounds weird. What are you getting at? Well, that sounds better. I mean, it is a valid concern, really. Fortunately for you, I happen to know an incantation for this. Here, give me your journal. Every time you open it up to look at some quests, you should also now see Serana tracking marker. Move your finger over that, and there you have it. Your very own marker which shows wherever I am at any given point in time. I do trust, though, you will only use this for adventuring purposes and nothing else. I prefer to have some privacy whenever I can, okay? Oh? What is it? About... Yeah, actually. I definitely didn't expect there to be a war of succession while I was gone. Also, I never expected a Cyrodiilic empire to conquer Tamriel, that Tiber Septim. Even the Remnants didn't achieve godhood. But what do you think of all this? Me too. Looks like we agree on something.
Where's the last batch of ingredients I asked?
Even I can get tired every now and then. Finally, a place to just relax.
I'm not one for commendations, but I might have lost everything that matters, so thanks. Archmage or not, my rules about books still stand. A moth priest? What in oblivion do you need a moth priest for? Fine, no need to get your britches in a twist. The obvious answer is to go to the Imperial City. The moth priests make their home in the White Gold Tower. Sometimes they go out looking for Elder Scrolls. Lucky for you, there's a moth priest in Skyrim right now, doing just that. He stopped in to do some research in the library, then left for Dragonbridge. If you hurry, you might catch him there.
Wow. Are you seeing this? So, what's on your mind? The College of Winterhold. I've read about this place, but never really been here myself. It's a bit underwhelming, to say the least. Everything just seems so crumbly. Well, that's more for the main city, if you'd even call it that. But the college doesn't seem to be in the best shape either. It also doesn't help that most of the locals here despise the college, at least from what I've heard. Oh? What is it? Yeah, actually. This might seem a bit heavy, but hear me out. What's your outlook on life? What gets you up every morning? That's great to hear. It gives me comfort that there are people like you out there, trying to do what you do. I'll be glad to help, if that's all right.
Need something?
It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it. Yes? Be a good guy for this school.
How do you feel? I think... A moth priest? I'm sorry, I don't know anything about that. Try asking one of the guards.
All right, then. Need something? Until next time.
The Greybeards have summoned the Dragonborn to High Hrothgar. Ah, so that was a moth priest then. He rode through town not long ago with an escort of soldiers. They didn't stop, just headed south across the Dragon Bridge. Until next time.
Let's move faster. The sun is... It's not great for my skin, if you know what I mean. So, what's on your mind? Here we are. Yes. The welcome I received felt really cold, even by vampire standards. My father, after all these years, that's the first thing he asked me. I trust you have the scroll. Yes, I have the scroll, gods. Thanks. Sorry, I have a whole host of emotions I don't know how to deal with. My family. It probably wasn't what you'd call normal. Yeah, let's move. I'm glad you're here with me. So, what's on your mind? What do you mean? Well, I guess it's because I never felt that kind of thing was for me. I was always expected to act a certain way, and was never really asked if that was what I truly wanted. I always knew I was meant for more, not like one of those girls who felt pretty and stood inside their castles all day. And then things started getting icy between my parents. That basically hit the nail on the head for me, at least for how I wanted to live. I saw neither of them as role models after that. I'm glad you're here. It does feel kind of normal, but that's from me, speaking as a vampire. Even as I'm undead, or however you put it, I still do feel like a normal person, mostly. I still breathe, feel, and sleep, except now I just have a great desire for blood, and the sun kind of irritates my skin. These symptoms are rather mild, though, not like other vampires who almost burn in the sunlight. So, I'm really just like you mortals in many ways. Hopefully that makes me more relatable. What now? The Tale of the Great Moth Priest Hunt. Not something I'd want to read. Wait, how about the Tale of the Goose Chase Around Skyrim? No, not that either. Let's just get this over and done with. Skyrim's a big place, so it might take some time, to say the least, before we find the priest. Where have you been? Now that I think of it, there is. What brings you to Skyrim? Well, I suppose it must have been. You do seem to always be at the center of things, don't you? I see. For what it's worth, I'm sorry you got dragged into this whole mess with my family. When this is all over, let's take a break somewhere. Perhaps... we can settle in one of those homes you own and make a life for ourselves in the city. Great. Just remember, you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Oh, horseback riding. I don't think I do. Never had to travel much back on the island. Though, it wouldn't hurt to try. Tell you what, take me to a stable owner and we can get myself a horse. We'll cross that hurdle when we get there. Oh. Hey, so... So, where are we off to now? Oh? What is it? Sure. What would you like me to call you by? Ready when you are. Rocks and valleys, crevices and hiding places. This is the kind of place where hermits and fanatics dwell. You'd fit right in. I'm kidding. mistake.
Is someone there?
Are you alright? Let me know if you need anything.
Those vampires put up a hell of a fight.
You think they turned him?
I don't know. Maybe. Won't know until we get him out of here.
How do we do that?
I'm working on it. Now give me some silence so I can think. Over here. That's the best you can do.
I'm okay with the dark, but I've spent more than my share of time in caves already.
think I'll help you. You're mistaken. Your kind are a blight upon Tamriel, monster. Your kind are a blight upon Tamriel, monster. If you think I'll help you, you're mistaken. I am not afraid of you. Your kind are a blight upon Tamriel, monster. I am not afraid. You, if you think I'll help you,
Do you need
you are
something?
mistaken.
All right.
I a blight upon Tamriel, monster.
Rocks and valleys.
By the divines, it's as if my eyes have been opened. I am blinded by the light of your majesty. I must obey you. What would you have of me, master? Certainly. Where can I find this castle? I will set out at once, then.
I'm glad you're here. I have, actually. And if I wasn't an adventurer now, I would probably be running a shop or two. Maybe even a conglomerate, if the divines would permit. Ever since I was a child back on the island, I'd particularly be interested in the merchants that would come to our castle every now and then. Of course, these were weird merchants, to say the least, with peculiar and eccentric collections. These vendors make even Bellathor look weird. My father was kind of into those things, though. I mean, it wasn't anything particularly weird for someone who fancied himself as vampire royalty, and who also was a staunch Daedra worshipper. Point is, there was just something in how these men sold and marketed their products. Kinda made me interested in the whole shopkeeping thing. Weird shopkeeping things, but still. Where have you been? You know, I was thinking it was solitude that got me into conjuration, really. A skeleton doesn't sound like great company, but, well, I felt very lonely. But hey, not anymore, thanks to you. So, what's on your mind? Do you need something? Not that often, really. Being a daughter of Cold Harbor, I can go without blood longer than other vampires. That, and I can also rest to regain my energy. It doesn't fully satiate the appetite, but it staves off hunger for a while. So, don't worry. I won't go feral on you or anything just because I haven't had a daily meal. I also read stories. There was supposedly a vampire in Akavir which never fed in her entire life? Or whatever you call it. Supposedly, she even protected mortals from her own kind. Not really, unless you have other plans. So, where are we off to now? We've got enough to worry about right now. Stay focused. I'll watch your back. So far, this hasn't been too bad. Gets lonely exploring by myself, though. Okay. I'm okay with the dark, but I've spent more than my share of time in caves already. Are you all right? That was a close one. I didn't expect to be jumped on like that. And those ridiculous masks they wore. Very tacky. Good to know that cultists will always be the same, no matter what era. Could I read that note you've been reading? Thanks. I recall an old book about this cult in the castle's library. This Mirak, though. I've read some stories about him. He was supposed to be the first Dragonborn who ever lived. He was around long before even I was. This might be worth looking into. What are you getting at? Hey, I wouldn't be falling behind if you didn't start running off for somewhere without telling me. But, hey, anything that'll help us stay together is a plus in my book. I mean, we should try to stay close, but at times that simply isn't possible, either because of me or you. So, here it is. Here's a spell I learned, which allows the user to teleport an ally right to their side. Which is me, in this case. Now, don't go overusing this, okay? I personally get a little nauseous whenever I teleport. Do you need something? I don't like it. If I know my Tamrielic history right, dragons used to roam the skies. Hundreds, maybe even thousands of them. And now that we know they're coming back, I don't think this is good news for just about anyone, including the Thalmor. Right now, I think Delphine might just be our best bet at figuring out all this. The sooner we can get rid of the dragons, the better. Oh, it's on.
Pray to Stendar while you can.
Who's there?
It's disrespectful and dangerous to walk around here, mortal. What were you thinking? You'd best beg Lord Harkon.
Well, Well done. Somehow I knew it would be you and Serana who found our moth priest. Yes, I see that. I trust his capture was not too difficult a task.
And you do well to be more careful of whom you engage in witty banter.
They are determined and well armed, but foolish if they think they can defy us. We will deal with them in time. Well, your thrall awaits, and we have given him the Elder Scroll. Command him to read it, and let us hear the words of prophecy together.
Quite bold to return here as before. Some will take
Master, I have done as you asked and traveled here. Of course. What is it that you need me to do? Ah, yes, the Elder Scroll. I admit I am looking forward to this. Of course, Master. Now, if everyone will please be quiet, I must concentrate. I see a vision before me, an image of a great bow. I know this weapon. It is Oriel's bow. Now a voice whispers, saying, "Among the night's children, a dread lord will rise. In an age of strife, when dragons return to the realm of men, darkness will mingle with light, and the night and the day will be as one." The voice fades and the words begin to shimmer and distort. But wait, there is more here. The secret of the bow's power is written elsewhere. I think there is more to the prophecy, recorded in other scrolls. Yes, I see them now. One contains the ancient secrets of the dragons, and the other speaks of the potency of ancient blood. My vision darkens, and I see no more. To know the complete prophecy, we must have the other two scrolls.
quite bold to return here as a mortal.
That was not as useful as I would have liked. Even so, you did well. My traitor wife stole one of them away and then disappeared. As for the other, the last that I heard, it was lost in the bowels of a Dwemer ruin. It seems our work is not yet done. But I have waited this long, and we are so very close now. I can wait a bit longer.
You're mortal. What are you doing here like that? Go to Lord Harkon at once. Beg him to turn you back. You're dead if you don't.
Do you have a moment to talk? That moth priest, Dexian, he said we needed 2 other Elder Scrolls. I think I know where we can start looking. Didn't want that lot getting wind of it, especially my father. You know, I've been asking myself the same thing. I hoped that if he saw me, he might feel something again. But I guess I don't really factor in at this point. I don't even think he sees me as his daughter anymore. I'm just a means to an end. We need to find my mother, Valerica. She'll definitely know where it is, and if we're lucky, she actually has it herself. The last time I saw her, she said that she'd go somewhere safe, somewhere that my father would never search. Other than that, she wouldn't tell me anything, but the way she said it, someplace he would never search. It was very cryptic, yet she called attention to it. Maybe. What I can't figure out is why she said it that way. Besides, I can't imagine a single place my father would avoid looking. And he's had all this time, too. Any ideas? Wait, that almost makes sense. I used to help my mother tend a garden in the castle courtyard here. All of the ingredients for our potions came from there. She used to say that my father couldn't stand the place. Too peaceful. Oh, absolutely. But my mother's not a coward. That is, I don't think we'll actually trip over her there. But it's worth a look. Trust me. I lived here for a very long time, and I know every nook and cranny. There's an unused inlet on the northern side of the island that was used by the previous owners to bring supplies to the castle. An old escape tunnel from the castle exists there. I think that's our way in. Come on, it's just around the side.
Think I'll know?
Yes? What did you need? Yes?